Hello everyone, welcome back to Gloomhaven. Last time, I can't even remember what we did. Was it the one with the long corridor? And then at the end we had some time to grind for extra XP. I think that was it, because we've got 3 level ups to do. Let's start with Brutus, level up to level 3. Hook and Chain, attack 3 at a range of 2 with pull 2. And move 4, if the movement was in a straight line, perform attack X, where X is the number of hexes you moved. And Brute Force, attack 2, Muddle, move 2, shield 1, self. We've just received 2 new possibilities. Pick 1. So we can still take Fatal Advance from the previous selection, but I think we're more likely to take one of Hook and Chain and Brute Force. Brute Force... they're both pretty good. I think Hook and Chain might win out here just because it gives us another ranged option, and it also gives us an attack on bottom option, which are very powerful. But then I look at Brute Force and it's like, oh, attacking 3 in an arc and then moving with shield. But no, Hook and Chain is going to be it. And then we probably want to put that in our deck, so we have to get rid of something else if we want to do that. That's going to be a big question of exactly what are we removing at that point. Trample, I do really enjoy. Eye for an Eye might be time to go. We don't really retaliate that often. And we're adding another ranged option for ourselves. And then every time that you level up, you always get a perk by default. So, we've taken the 1 chance at consistency that we get. And we've of course taken Fortitude for negating the negatives that come from the armor we're wearing. So then we have to decide what we're going to take next. Replace a -1 with a +1. Add 2 +1s. Add a +3. Add redraw and push, redraw and pierce. Add 2 redraw and pierce 3 cards. Add 1 stun, 1 disarm and 1 muddle. Add 1 target. Add 1 shield, +1 with shield. Oh boy. This focus is the only other option we have for removing negatives out of our deck. So once we've done that, everything else is going to simply be us getting more powerful. We'll never get rid of the other 4 negative cards that we have. So I think we'll do that now, and then after that we can just focus on whatever we like. Right, then... Faith, you have a level up. Hidden Daggers, attack 4, range 3, targeting 2 with burn and invisible. Duelist's Advance, move 3, attack 3 on top. Add +2 to all your attacks this round, targeting enemies adjacent to none of their allies. Previously, I took Hidden Daggers because I was like, yeah, big ranged attack stuff. But in hindsight, it burns, so you get 1 attack that does 4 damage to 2 different foes once. So I think Duelist Advance here is going to be a much better choice for us. And then, as ever, we get a perk. We could remove 2 more -1s. I think that's probably where I'm going to start with reasonable confidence. Then after that we can go to Dust or Intensify, get the other stuff going. But for now, removing 2 more -1s is going to give us a lot of consistency, which is its namesake. Then Mindy is leveling up. Now I've never leveled up to 3 with Mindy before, so let's see what we get. Attack 4 at a range of 4 and then heal self for 4, hence Brain Leech. Or attack 1 and strengthen self. Or Silent Scream. On your melee attacks, heal 2 at a range of 2, attack for 2, When another augment is played, discard this card, and move 3, push 2, target all adjacent enemies, and consume ice to push 1. Or there's wretched creature that summons a giant rat. Move 3, consume darkness to curse 1 adjacent enemy. This is a much harder decision, because both Brain Leech and Silent Scream are effectively burns on top. Move 3 with push 2, target all adjacent enemies. Could clear out some space for us, but is not going to do that much damage to anything. It is nice that the Silent Scream augment lets us heal others consistently, because it's healed to a range of 2, and the attack is worth 2 in itself. So I think what we'll probably do is take Silent Scream and then drop Parasitic Influence, heal 2 self on your melee attacks, attack 1. As much as I do love force one enemy within range 4 to perform a move 1 action, although that works really well with what Faith has going on for targeting people that aren't near others. Add 2 to your attacks. Gain 1 shield. Move 4 with Muddle Jump. Alright, we'll drop Feedback Loop. Take Silent Scream. Also, try and remember that we need to actually equip what we took with Faith on Duelist's Advance. I don't think we need Single Out and Flanking Strike, do we? Although, Special Mixture also seems less pertinent if Mindy's going to be healing more. So we'll drop Special Mixture, take Duelist's Advance, then Mindy gets a perk. We've taken add 1 Stun card and add 1 Disarm and Muddle card. Should be a time for a consistency. Yeah, I think a consistency will be fine here. Right, so that is all the leveling to do. Let's take a city event. You decide to unwind at the Sleeping Lion, but just as you are starting to relax, a bear of a man crashes into your table, scattering your drinks across the floor. Towering over him is a massive Inox. "What did you say about my horns?" the Inox shouts. The man stands up and brushes shards of glass from his tunic. "I said the sight of them makes me want to vomit." The Inox roars and charges headlong into the man, crushing through more tables in the process. At this, the entire tavern erupts into violence. After all, when a man is deep into his drink, the last thing you want is to knock it over. During the fray, these insults will not go unanswered, or do your best to stop the fighting. This is a respectable establishment. This is where we come night after night. I'd like it to not just be a complete mess on our revisits. After restraining the enraged Inox and offering to replace the drinks of a few of the more belligerent patrons, you calm the place down a bit. Some of the non-human patrons are understandably on edge, but the proprietor thanks you for your efforts and reimburses you for the drinks, +1 reputation. So that puts our reputation at 0 currently, with a Gloomhaven wealth of 2. And the merchant has a new Ring of Skulls available. Summon a skeleton, 3 health, 2 movement, 2 attack. So we could take that if we had 50 gold to buy it, which we currently don't with anyone, but that is available to us on other occasions. Then we have to decide if we're going to go for the Overthrow Jexera plotline or do something else in the meantime. And why don't we see if we can get Craggy up to level 3 to join everybody else. Although we're currently level 2, This is calculated by taking the average character level in the party, dividing by 2 and rounding up. This is then used to determine the level of enemies, the damage of traps, the value of loot in the scenario. So if we're all level 3 and we divide that by 2, we get to 1.5, rounds up to 2. So Craggy being at level 3 isn't going to change the difficulty of encounters. So with that in mind, Harrower's Hive is the one with all the walls that we failed to do earlier. But we have the Decaying Crypt, destroy the undead and the cultists. Destroy the undead that the cultists discovered here, or disrupt another cultist ritual nearby. Let's clear a crypt. There's only 3 different enemy types here. Kill all revealed enemies. Reach the treasure room. Alright, let's go for that. There'll be a travel encounter, of course. And then we'll see what we get to when we get there. Walking among some foothills, you enter a narrow valley and find a large pile of bones blocking your way. Clearly a rock slide occurred here recently. You move closer to the pile and despair at just how large the stones are. Only someone of great strength could clear the path efficiently. I think with Cragheart in the party, we should theoretically be able to do this. I know it probably doesn't work that way mechanically, but that's what we'll do for roleplay. The Cragheart's combination of raw strength and affinity for stonework is perfect for this task. In a matter of minutes, enough stones have been destroyed or thrown aside to open a path. Okay, the game worked exactly how my brain thought it was going to, which is interesting. Good old Craggy. Not tiring us out going the long way.
Without a little bit of intrigue. The cultists have clearly marked this crypt as a spot of trouble for them. Perhaps clearing the place out will put you in their good graces. Or maybe you're just hoping to find a big stash of treasure, untouched by looters' hands. Once you arrive, the smell makes you regret your decision more than anything else. It's not the fact you've had it up to here with exploring old decrepit ruins. It's not the undead horrors shambling and moaning in the shadows. It's the smell. The smell of death and soullessness and rotting flesh.
Lovely. Right, battle goals. Die hard. Never allow your current hit point value to drop below half of your maximum. Loot 5 or more gold piles during the scenario. For Brutus, I think looting 5 or more gold piles will probably be more likely, because he's more likely to be in the line of fire. Kill an undamaged monster with a single attack, or loot a chest during the scenario. I think with things like flanking strike, add +2 when the target is adjacent to your allies, or duelist advance, add 2 to all your attacks this round targeting enemies adjacent to none of their allies. We can probably take on Executioner. Kill a monster during the scenario by causing at least 4 more points of damage than necessary, or your health at the end of the scenario is equal to 2 or less. We don't have any individually massive attacks really. 4 there on an avalanche. So we're going to need a big ×2 or something to get that to go. So I think Masochist is for you. Gain 13 or more experience. Your health at the end of the scenario is equal to your maximum health. Well, we have... we're going to have to find them here. Parasitic Influence for heal 2 on self, and Silent Scream for heal 2 at ranged. So between those, I think we should be alright with that. Although, gain 13 XP. How's our XP gain looking? 1 there. 1 there and 2 on bottom. 1 on top, 1 on top, 1 on bottom, 1 on bottom. Most of our stuff kind of has XP gain about it, doesn't it? 13 or more. Now we go, fast heal up. And in we go. Do we have to discard anything funky at the beginning or anything, or can we just jump straight in? Do we see white hexes to move into? We have white hexes, so we can jump straight in. We've got skeletons to the left of us, zombies to the right, and here I am, stuck in the middle of death. Right, so we are up against this wall. How we got pinned in this spot, I'm not sure. But we have a corridor to the left and a corridor to the right. And we're aiming to get into the large room directly behind us, it seems. How do we want to play this? These tiles are difficult terrain. Doesn't seem to be any more difficult terrain on this right-hand side. So I think Cragheart, I would love for you to probably get in a dirt tornado on that right-hand side somewhere. Range of 2, so if we go 1, 2, we can do that whole semicircle. And then something up top to get us going a little bit faster. So we want a bottom card. Heal 2 on your next 6 melee attacks. Game Retaliate. It's early, but I think it's worth it. Even if 46 is not terribly fast either. So that's dealing with over there. Mindy, what have you got going on? If we could either stun or immobilize this one, everyone else is going to have a much harder time getting to us. Attack 1, range 2, and stun, but that's on bottom. But we do have scurry available to move. So we could move in 1, shoot at a range of 2 with... where is it? Oh no, attack 2, range 4, or mobilize is probably the better option. So we can immobilize the one at the top on a 9, nice and fast. And then something on bottom to do. Force one enemy within range 5 to perform attack of 2. Seems like a grand time. So that's hopefully going to stop these guys on the left being quite so aggressive to us. Because I don't think they will opt to try and get through the difficult terrain. Faith. Attack 3 at a range of 4 will hit anybody that we want it to. We can move 3, attack 3 on top. And do we have attack on bottom? Or am I thinking of the other guys throwing... Oh yeah, there is Steve's Knack. Move 3, attack 3 on top. Thieves' Knack, attack 3 on bottom. Could be very strong. But we don't really want to kill this guy that's going to be blocking the path for everybody else. Range 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We could do that, but I don't really want to split our efforts either. So... we'll take a swift bow on top. That's range 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can hit plenty of the skeletons with that. And then on bottom, let's range 3 pull 2 something. We can pull something closer. To us so that we can attack them. Although the range doesn't really work out for that with pull 2 at a range of 3. Because we want whatever we pull to be in range of Brutus. So maybe not smoke bomb. Add 2 to all your attacks this round targeting enemies adjacent to none of their allies. Don't think we're going to get that to go. We could just get single out going. Yeah, let's do that. And then over here, we want to hit stuff on this side as best we can. Attack 3, range 3, pull 2. And then spare dagger we can attack on bottom. Alright, let's see how that goes. Shield and heal, shield and heal. Move 0, attack, move 0, attack. So none of us are getting attacked this turn. We don't need to change our initiative for anything. So we're still going to... do we want to attack over here, where they're going to get more shield in a moment? And more shield is going to make them harder to hit, and they're going to heal immediately. So we will adjust and attack over the other side. And let's have this guy keep attacking the one that we're now injuring. These guys are all going to heal themselves and add shield. No real impact on us. The next 4 attacks targeting enemies adjacent to none of their allies. So this isn't going to happen now, but we will still get it going. It's early to burn a card, but I like using that half an action rather than losing out and not actually doing anything. And then Brutus. We can't actually get to any of these guys with that. We definitely don't want to be standing next to them when their turns come round. So what we'll do is, even though this guy has 2 shield, we will attack them. Pull them towards us. Attack them again, probably for nothing, but... Now, next turn, not only are they separated from their allies, but they're also next to Brutus, so he can attack them more efficiently. We're going to get this going. And attack those 3 on that side, I think. Yeah, because we'll never get through the shield on the other side. We don't want to stun powder or anything. Well, that was poor, but at least we get the muddles going. And they do nothing. I guess the muddles don't actually count for anything. And on to round 2. Right, let's start with Faith. Attack 2 at a range of 3. So we can attack that guy there and this guy here. And then on bottom, add 2 to all your attacks this round targeting enemies adjacent to none of their allies. So we can have a better attack against this guy here, because we'll probably go ahead of all the other skeletons. Right. Faith is also attacking this guy for 2. So we want to do 2 damage to them. Attack 3, range 3. All allies and enemies adjacent to the target suffer 1 damage. That seems like a good top. Something on bottom. Add 1 to all your ranged attacks this round. Right, hopefully some of them still go slow. We do not currently have any kind of augment going. But we can scurry and get next to either of these two. And if that's on top, on bottom, we could attack with wound, or attack 1, range 2 and stun. I forgot to do these over here. And we spent both of our ranged attacks already. We could jump 3 and then sweeping blow if we wanted to attack multiple enemies. Or we could disarm this skeleton directly ahead of us. It would disarm it, so it's not going to get an attack against us, although it's more likely to die with how things are. So let's do the leaping cleave, sweeping blow against all the other undead and stuff. Move 3, attack 4 against 3 targets. That's really rough. Move 2, attack 3 for 2 targets. Move 1, attack 3, move 1, attack 4. Faith does not need to change their initiative. So if we can have Cragheart step back 1, we're not going to be under any threat from any of those guys. Then over here, move 3. 1, 2, 3. Basically, all the skeletons are going to be a problem. So, add 2 to our attacks. Then we are just going to target the 2 things that we can target. Then, if we're stood here, we can immobilize, or we can stun them, and then they would have a trouble getting through. They're moving 3 or moving 2. The ones at the back can't move through this tile for 2, because it takes 2 to enter this tile, and then another 1 to exit. So, if we scurry to here, then attack them, then stun them. The others are going to have a hard time getting close enough to us to actually attack. Here, we don't want to be over there getting attacked for that much. But we can move to here. They can move too, so they would be able to move into this tile and attack us. That would be less ideal. Or we could move up to here and attack them both. Can that tile be stood on? I think it can. But does pushing anyone have any benefit to me? I don't think so. And if we're here, they can move in and attack us as well. So we'll be taking probably 6 attacks if we do that, which seems very unideal. So I will move to here. And then just attack there. Then Cragheart. Add 1 to our ranged attacks this round. Then attack 3 at a range of 3. Would I rather attack the skeleton or the corpses? If we draw a ×2 or a +2, we can kill the skeleton. Love it when a plan comes together. Yeah, so they spent their 2 to get up on the rough terrain. But this is mostly fine. Right, these 3 now are in a perfect arc. However, we've spent all of our arc attacks. We do still have this. During your single target melee attack action, turn the attack into the following. So we could attack here and hit there. And disarm them both. Oh no, we attack with piercing. Obviously. So that's the top half of a card. The bottom half of a card. I guess we go with Provoking Roar. We can either move away after we attack, or we can try and kite some attacks instead. Faith. This attack is doing 3 with Pierce 2, so they should die if we don't draw a negative. They will be down to 2, so we'd like to get a good attack in. A flanking strike from here would be pretty good going. We just need a move 2 on bottom, which can basically be anything. Mindy. Attack with wound. Move 3, push 2, target all adjacent enemies. Force 1 enemy to range 4 to perform a move 1. We do have ice, so we could stun. We just need to move a bit. We need at least a move 3, really. Then over here, we still have Retaliate going. Attack 3 at a range of 3, and we can push them away. Or attack 2 at a range of 5 and immobilize. I think immobilizing will be good, especially if they go after us. We can decide who's going to attack us worse and stop them from moving. And that's on top. We need something on bottom. Let's create 2 single hex obstacles. They're going really fast. Okay, they're moving 2, immobilize and muddle, target 1 adjacent enemy. Not so bad. Shield 1, heal 2 for the skeletons. So we would like to kill them really fast. We were going to take a standard, move 2. And attack this guy. Of course we miss. Every time I look at those goggles and think, maybe this should be the one we do with advantage. Right, we are attacking 3 with piercing, and we are turning it into a 2-target attack. Do we still have... We have a +2 and a ×2, so let's roll with advantage, because we can rest and get that back on a long rest as well. And the skeleton isn't attacking this turn, so we can do this and it's not really going to have any impact on anything. They add shield, they heal a bit with their shield. Then these guys are going to move and muddle. And I think we're going to move 2. And attack 3 with stun. So they're not going to get a turn next time. Now, we here could attack with avalanche. Attack for 5 against 2 creatures. We would kill one who is already stunned, so it doesn't stand to be that much of a threat to us. We are currently immobilized, so we can't move, and our attack is going to be at disadvantage, so don't think it's worth blowing something so big when we might miss. Or, yeah, if we're rolling at disadvantage, we take the worst of the 2 cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack the other guy, who is currently not immobilized, and immobilize them. Because when our turn ends in a moment, our immobilized condition will end, and now we can run away, and neither of these 2 big guys will be able to hurt us next turn. So long as we are attacking at range. I would love to have air element for skewer against these 2 guys. The easiest way to make that is going to be having Cragheart take a turn and use his minor mana potion to create a turn element of our choice. Then otherwise we just need to pick what we're going to do for an attack action here. We can attack for 3. Which one do we have that pushes stuff in? Heavy swing. Attack 3, push 1. Well, that won't get them into the obstacle. Move 2, adjacent enemies, allies and adjacent enemies suffer 1 damage. We'll do that on bottom, because then we can get over to that gold. And that's on bottom, so on top. If we do a crushing grasp, we can attack this guy after we move. They should die. And if we just move Mindy out of the way, Mindy won't take any pain from that. Do we have a ranged attack or anything? No, but we could probably get Mind Weakness going. Might just have to take the hit. So we definitely want Brutus going slower than 29, which is fine, because Skewer is 35, and that's on top. We need something on bottom. Balanced measure, sure. And Faith here. Attack 4 on top. And we'll play Sinister Opportunity now. Will we? No, we'll play Thieves' Knack and see if the skeletons go faster than us. They do. Oh, that means they're going faster than Brutus, though. Do we want to change our initiative down or up to be faster than these guys? Move 1, attack 2, target 2, heal. I do want to go faster than. I'm not going to open the door yet. Then Mindy. Get mind weakness going. Turn ourselves invisible. Now skeleton's up. At least they're not healing for anything constructive. Cragheart. Move 2, all adjacent enemies and allies suffer 1. I mean... Oh wait, can we move and then move back to where we are? Yes, we can. And we don't need the minor mana potion to be spent anymore. Can still attack here though. What are they doing? Move 0, attack 5. I regret not checking that sooner. Cragheart's going to get hit for 5. So, let's stun you. Save ourselves taking a 5 attack. Basically an entire large healing potion's worth. And then here we're going to move 2 onto the gold and attack here. We don't have the piercing or the damage apparently. Oh, we all start with 3 curses. I totally whiffed on noticing that. That's a bad time. Right, up here. Simply play the 2 cards we have. Cragheart. Attack 3, range 3 with push. And a move 3. Faith. We're not even injured, so we'll short rest and keep attacking this turn. Thieves' Knack we can burn. Swift Bow, attack 3 at a range of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's good. And if we can be quick about it, we can get some movement done this round as well. So we'll go on the 36. Mindy, you're doing +2 to your attacks right now, so Fearsome Blade is going to be attacking for 5. And we can move on Parasitic Influence as a standard move action. Shield 1, heal self. Move 1, attack 5, poison all. Seems like this is going to be just about okay. We need to do a standard move action to here first. Or we could fly over and attack them. Let's do that. Curses. Oh boy. Right, we are attacking here. What's Cragheart doing? Attack 3, range 3. And we have move 5 available. If we peek the corridor, it's going to pull everybody else into the fight. And I think we want a long rest first for the goggles and the boots. So we will move in to be a little bit closer to the others so that our other ranged attacks can actually be in range, I think. And odds are we're going to be leaving through this door just because the whole party's trending that direction. So we will move 2 to there. Then attack here. We will burn the consume element, mostly because we get an XP point for doing it. Now we just need to kill this skeleton as swiftly as possible. So we're going to long rest. Mindy. Can we kill this thing ourselves? Throwing knives, attack 2 at a range of 3, but we only get to attack once with it. Attack 4, add wound. And if we can move 2 on bottom, we can step on here and attack. Cragheart, do you have a good choice? Attack 2, range 3, heal 2. We can do that and heal anybody that gets hit, although we need a second card if we're going to do that. Attack 3 at a range of 3 will hit. And we've got some movement on bottom to get to the door. Mindy here, you can also take a long rest and we'll just hope things work out. Moving 3, attacking 2 at a target of 2. So we are moving on to this. Then attacking for a whole bunch because they're alone and next to none of their friends. We end our turn. Cragheart doesn't need to attack any longer, so we can move 3 to the door. And there's a whole big party going on in here. Right, then we will attack 3. A range of 3 doesn't reach anything. I can't even push them back into this trap that does 4 damage with poison. And we don't have any kind of speedy shoes. Right, now they're all going. Move. Move, attack, range 3, muddle. Can't do it through the wall. Retaliate, doing good work. Long rest here. We have to pick 1 card to lose. Provoking Roar, you're out. And we also take a long rest. We need to burn a card. Fearsome Blade, you're gone. Right, a fresh turn with a fresh pair of foes ahead of us. And obviously everybody else down the end of the corridor, but we can't move through Cragheart or the others unless we jump or they get killed and then we can move through Cragheart's space. So, right here, Avalanche would kill these two, or at least have a good chance at killing these two, but it's going to hurt us, or are going to harm our ability to keep drawing cards because it's a burn. Heavy Swing. Are there any obstacles? No. But we could push, and that means if they have a 0 move on the next one, they wouldn't be able to attack us. If we do that on top, we could do a rumbling advance and injure them both by stepping out and in again. Then we need to work about ranged stuff behind. Throwing knives, do we have line of sight on both? Yes and yes. So throwing knives will work out, and then on bottom, I can't recall if we can pull through our allies. Add 2 to all your attacks this round, targeting enemies adjacent to none of their allies. We can't get them separated with Cragheart's push, unfortunately. But we can try and pull one. And if we could pull one to where Brutus is, that would be great. From here, I don't think we can see with throwing knives. So we're going to have to move regardless of what we choose to do. Spare dagger rather than throwing knives. Or we could try jumping over them. But that leaves us vulnerable to attacks from everything on the backside. Also, Leaping Cleave would do a number in that exact spot. But there's no good option for moving away and attacking, really, because everything's really slow. We need some fast cards. So let's do a step back and throw a massive boulder on 35. And here we're going to Leaping Cleave on 54. And if we're doing that, we need to move in with 2, which we can do with Juggernaut. No, because that's a top as well. We need something on bottom. No, we need something with movement on bottom. And push is not what helps. Oh dear. This narrow choke point has flummoxed me. $116. We can't even drop to 26 if we want to. But we can pull them in. We can throw knives, pull them in. That will move this to there. Then Cragheart. Attack the one above with Immobilize. And then Rumbling Advance to move away one step. Then here, we can Spare Dagger on bottom. Juggernaut on top. And Mindy. I want to move as far as I can. So it's going to be Scurry into the night. Move, attack with a range of 4. Target all enemies within range. Move, attack 1. Attack 5. How far is 4 from where these guys are going to be able to move? 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically everybody through the doorway. Attack 5 targeting 3, attack 4 targeting 2. Well, this will be a hoot. Curses. I can't pull through my ally. Damn it. Alright, this has blown everything, hasn't it? Also, Mind Thief being so damn fast is a complete waste. If we stand there, though, skip the attack, make ourselves invisible. Cragheart's going to take like 1,000 attacks, isn't he? We need to move to here if we're going to attack something with Spare Dagger. Right, how bad is this going to be for us? Two damage we can deal with. 1 damage we can deal with. 1 damage I can deal with. Cragheart's going to need a potion soon. Ouch. Does he have cards? If he doesn't have cards, I've got problems. But from back there, they can't get in range. Cragheart, please take a healing potion. Seems really important right now. Then we could heal ourselves and loot 1, or attack 3 and immobilize. Good damage getting behind the shield of those guys. You. What's your pierce attack? Skewer on top with consume air element. Give me an air element like yesterday. Six damage? That's just the whole potion we consumed. Oh. What? Oh, we have Retaliate on still. That'll be it. Right, so here we want to skewer with piercing through these guys because they have so much shield. And we need to move 1, 2, 3 to get there, so we can do that on warding strength with our boots of striding. Then Cragheart. I really want a dirt tornado, but I mean, we kind of have to try, don't we? We'll just do it as fast as we can on a 57. We need a short rest here. Smoke bomb, underutilized but getting burnt. Then we just need to move in as far as we can, and throwing knives attacks for 2. Most stuff has at least 2 shield at this point, which is a bad time. Move 3, attack 3. But that's where Brutus is going to be standing. Although Brutus is moving 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we can get to there, we can attack through them. So what we could do is Duelist's Advance moves us 1, 2, 3 and attacks. Then on bottom, just get out of the way. I mean, we'd have to draw ×2 or a +2 to make that work, so perhaps not. Alright, we're going to move in and swift bow, then Mindy. If I could get you to force 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but they're flying, so they won't take damage from this trap. We don't have scurry anymore. Something in range 4 is too far. We could short rest just to get scurry back, but that seems kind of terrible. We could stun the thing on the bottom, although that doesn't really help us. Attack 2, range 4, immobilize. Range 5 to perform attack 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright then, we're going to force somebody to make an attack on bottom, and on top, I guess we'll hostile takeover. Okay, they're going fairly slowly. Scoundrel. What are they doing though? Move 4, attack 3, range 4. Move 3, attack 2, range 3. And move 3, attack 2, target 1 enemy with all attacks. Right, basically that's all bad. How far are the skeletons moving? 3. 1, 2, 3. They can get all the way to the doorway, which is a problem. So, Faith, stand there. Then attack them and just hope to draw a +1. You love to see it. Right, force 1 enemy to perform an attack against another. Attack 2. Disadvantage against them, so we'll do it against the skeleton, sure. We miss. Then we will attack. You with a mobilize. They're stunned, but we're cursed. Then the play is move up to here. Then attack, skip movement. Attack with piercing these two guys. Screw it, we'll give ourselves advantage on all of that. Alright, I'm happy with this result. We collect some gold. We have to burn a card because we can't take 1 damage, unfortunately. Avalanche is gone. Then Cragheart. We are going to muddle all these guys. Oh, I should have added 1 to my attack. I'm so dumb. Definitely did that the wrong way around and I'm mad about it. Should have probably stepped back instead of wasting that as well. Thank goodness. They die to retaliate. This is a terrible, terrible time. Right, Cragheart lost a lot of cards there, unfortunately, due to my poor management. This guy's still muddled. We do have Sweeping Blow. That could hit them both, but it might not damage them both. Trample has Piercing. Faith has Throwing Knives. Or Duelist's Advance will take us 1, 2, 3, and then attack. That's good. And then we can Open Wound to move around the corner. Cragheart, you need a long rest, buddy. And Mind Thief. We are way at the back. Do we have line of sight on that guy? It's 5 away there, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One enemy within range 4. Can we see the skeleton? We can. So we could force the skeleton to move next to the other guy there. If we do it really fast, then here we can leap and cleave on top with a standard move on the bottom. Faith. You can then be doing other things. You'll still move 5 on bottom. Alright. You are making this guy stand there. And we can't attack anything up here, so that's just going to be a skipped attack. Scoundrel. Move 5. to here. No. Move 3 to here. To here. Good. Then move 5 round there. Oh. I definitely should have killed them because of the ordering. I didn't think about it and I'm dumb. I'm so dumb. Alright, we do not get another turn because I'm bad. Do we have any loot cards? We don't. If we get 2 more gold piles, we get our objective. Mindy, how much movement can you get from back there? 3. Well, that's your turn. Brute. We can move 4. And Scoundrel. We can open the door, reach the treasure room, it just says. Right, so we are moving 3 up to here. And skipping our attack action. 6 gold is lovely. We are moving 4 up to here. Skipping our attack action. And we are moving 3 up to here. And we have 2 more of those guys, 1 more of these guys, and 4 of the corpses. They're doing a move 1, attack 3, so we should step back. They're doing move 3, attack 1, which is not so threatening. Move 4, attack 2 is a bit more threatening. So we're going to step back to here. Skip the force movement. Attack this guy. Why not immobilize them? And I'm going to get something back. Oh, we have to rest anyway. What a waste of a potion. At least it's going to be a short rest. We definitely get that back. There is a treasure chest there that I would love to loot before the end of the mission. But right now, just killing folks as efficiently as possible is the name of the game. We're going to short rest here first. Flanking strike. Yep, we're not going to be adjacent to anybody immediately. Right, getting through 3 piercing is going to be a problem. do still have single out, but we can't force them to move anywhere. Mindy, I think you are just going to be short resting at the back. Perverse Edge. It's gone. We need as much movement on bottom as we can get. Which is going to be 3, which is a problem. Although we can jump. But 1, 2, 3. It might let us jump onto that. And Scurry on top gets us some of the way there as well. So that's all movement business back there. Here, we have to short rest. Spare dagger is gone. Right, I think we have to leap and cleave this turn to set up a skewer next turn. So that's 3 on bottom. 1, 2, 3 gets us here. Then we can just do whatever attack is strongest or most efficient. Oh, we can trample that has pierce. And then we'll have more pierce on the turn after. Unless we want to skip leap and cleave for something that does just as much movement but faster. It's not really faster, is it? Then Faith here. We could swift bow and then try and move out of the line of sight of some of these guys. There's no traps in this room that we can see. So I'm actually going to retreat slightly, I think. Am I? What's happening here? We're moving in 3 and piercing. 1, 2, 3 and piercing. Add 2 to all your attacks, this targeting enemies adjacent to none of their allies. Move attack 1 at range 3 with muddle. Move 3 attack 2 range 4 with muddle. Move 2 living corpse suffers 1 damage. Okay, back here we're just doing as much movement as we can. Obviously not moving onto the trap. But between our top movement and bottom movement card, we can get into the fray. Probably should have made ourselves invisible with our invisibility cape. We take 2 damage there, we're muddled. We take 2 damage there. Last one at the back. We burn a card. Scoundrels up. We're going to have disadvantage no matter who we attack. So we'll try and do some damage here. Curses. Then we could move 5. We could just get onto the treasure chest and then worry about what happens next. They're not going to be attacking us, so... Oh, we can't get to the treasure chest. It just highlights an interactive thing. Alright. Get me in deep. Then we are moving in to... Which ones are the elites? Green or blue? Green are the elites. We're attacking 3 with a pierce of 2. So we only get through 2 of the shields. But if we move to here, and then attack, +1 would do it, I think. -1 is trash. I am going to healing potion for 4 for what's to come. And these guys all just move and hurt themselves. Standing on the treasure is a dick move. Right, Mindy might be able to get in the fray now. Here, we know our play. Our play is Skewer burning the air element we just made to attack these 2 guys on top. On bottom, I think I'm just going to get Juggernaut going. Mindy. Force 1 normal or elite enemy to take its turn as if it was one of our allies. If we do that fast, range 3. So we'd have to move in a bit. But if we do it fast, we can then see who's taking a turn that's worth interrupting. So if that's on top as a... Oh, that's on top as a bottom part of card. So we need to short rest and get Scurry back. So Scurry lets us move on top to get closer to hostile takeover on bottom. Then Faith, we're just going to Throwing Knives, Duelist Advance. Move 3 and attack. If we do that on... So Throwing Knives, we do loot 2 on bottom. We get the treasure chest, and then she can go out in a blaze of glory. They're going slower than some of us. Move 2, attack 1, range 3 with Muddle. Move 2, attack 2, range 4 with Muddle. Move 1, attack 3. So we are going to scurry up to the doorway. And then force 1 normal or elite enemy to take its turn in for us. Move 2, attack 1 at a range of 3 with Muddle. They're going before the corpses. Move 1, attack 3. But if we pick this corpse, if we can see them... We can't. I'm mad. If I stood here, we still couldn't do it, so that's fine. If we would have done this one, they would have moved over and possibly stopped others moving in the way, but... Move 2, attack 1 at a range 3. Move 3, attack 2 at a range of 4. Move 1, attack 3. I will pick this guy because that stops them attacking us as well. Because we're going to be muddled either way. And then, yeah, make yourself invisible for the rest of this turn. And we can probably get some... Oh, we can get Scurry back. Right, here we're going to loot 2 for everything within 2 tiles of us. We get the treasure chest. Second skin. We get 9 gold. Then move 3 and attack for 3. What are they doing? Moving 1 and attacking for 3. Do we have any cards left, or is this our last turn, I think? Good shot. Excellent. The muddle was expected. Right. We can no longer pierce 2 guys, which is upsetting. But this is also difficult terrain, and our boots aren't charged, so we're just going to attack. Oh, if we attack here, that guy's on our team. But we can still attack 2 things. And so long as we don't draw a ×2, we won't kill the guy that's on our side, but we will kill one of theirs. Or not, if we draw a curse, because we're muddled. Let's get that going. So that's probably the end of Faith. They managed to do no damage. Scoundrel is exhausted. We got a lot of work to do with the remainder of the party. We are no longer muddled. Mindy, what have you got left in you? Force someone to move. Force someone to attack. Attack with stun if we have ice. We can scurry again. We can scurry and go invisible again. Let's do that, because then we can attack these 2 guys with our broad weapon. Force one enemy within range 5 to make an attack. And then we just want to kill stuff as fast as possible. Attack 3 with push 2 on top. Move 4. If it was in a straight line, attack. Move 3, push 1. Move to how much damage you've done. Move 1, attack 3. Move 2, attack 3, range 3, burn ice to stun. Mind Thief. Please. Attack those 2 and hope to draw a +1. That might be the greatest attack we've ever made in the history of the world. I now have hope. Right, if you could please have this one. Attack that one for 2 and kill them. So close. Right, well there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things left. That's not an insurmountable difference. We are going to attack you. Good. Then move 4. Do we have a +2 in our deck? We do. We do not draw it though. I will just take the 2. On the next 2 sources of damage... Oh, I don't get an option. I do have to do this. I was wondering why it was giving me the option. Right, we've got 2 guys on 1. So I'm actually going to short rest just so we have a bunch of cards in our hand in case everything goes terribly. That gives us slightly more options here. That does also give us trample as an option to kill that one guy on their own. Mindy, how's your turn looking? Force someone to move. Attack 3. Move. Right, I think we're going to have to move 2 and attack 3 just to get an attack in. We're probably not going to be able to end the scenario at full health, but so be it. I'd rather win the scenario. Then here... we're going to move with that and attack with this. Hope we're faster than them. We are. Move 1, attack 4 with poison. Move 2, attack 3 at a range of 2, heal self for 1. So we are going to move 1, attack 4. Move 4, stun 1 adjacent enemy. Do I want to do that? How many cards do we have left? 1. So I don't think we're really going to get another turn out of this if we want to, are we? But if we move and stun, we're no closer to killing anybody. Right, we are going to step to here, attack all 3 of them. Another one dead. The poison is not fun. Jesus, I'm going to burn a card for 8. Am I? I think I am, because I'm only going to end up burning more than 1 card next turn. Round 15. Mindy, are you getting a turn? Oh, you're totally getting a turn. I thought I was way more cards dead than that. Right, Mindy, short rest, yes. Scurry can go. Attack 3 on top. And parasitic, submissive affliction on bottom can basically cause these... 3 can attack 1, and then we can attack 3. Then over here... we can't stand where the pedestal is, which is a real pain. Attack 3 with Pierce 2, though, will kill that other guy. So, move. Move forward, jump, attack all targeted enemies moved through. For 2. No, we're going to take a standard move and then trample. Mind Thief, please force this guy to attack that guy. Then attack this guy yourself. Right, we still would love to pick up 2 more gold piles. Unfortunately, there's nowhere we can stand and attack you for that. So if we stand here... please hit, please hit. Thank goodness. Right, the corpse gets to go. They take 1 damage after they move. Do they do anything else? They do not. So, we have enough cards left that we can go and pick up 2 pieces of gold. Do we have a loot card? We don't, so it's going to take us 2 turns to do it. Unless we can find a double gold pile, which we can't. But Mindy can turn themselves invisible and force them to move away from us. And we can short rest, burn warding strength, that's fine. And then step back with leaping cleave. We're going to want to attack with trample and skewer, so we'll spend sweeping blow. They're moving 0 and attacking for 4, which is no problem to us. You're going to be... actually, you might as well. Move on to this gold. Get 1 XP for playing that. Then we step onto this gold. Skip that attack. Should have picked the other gold pile. That's on me. Because from this tile we can skewer and kill that guy. However, we do get the option to move after we've attacked before our turn is over. So we will move 2 onto that other gold pile. He's going to move 2 and muddle stuff. We are going to move on to that gold pile. This is fine. We are going to move with a jump. No, we can't. We are unable to move. We're unable to move. God damn it. Alright, well we're going to pass then, because we want to loot one more gold to try and get the perk point. So as awkward as that is, we short rest again. We can burn that because we have other attacks. Then we can skewer and trample. Over here we can short rest, burn that, play our other 2 cards, and we better just win right now. We'll stun this enemy because we get XP for doing it, and we're still on a gold pile on the other side of the room. We don't even need to skip this attack. We can take this attack. That's absolutely fine. Because with that attack done, we now get to move on to either of these gold piles. Let's do it in a way that might get us XP. Does get us XP. We skip our final attack, collect the gold, we get to 5 or more gold piles, we win the encounter.
After the terrible shrieks and moans of the undead, the sound of someone clapping is at once foreign and alarming. Turning around, you see a hooded figure standing at the edge of your torchlight. You raise your weapon, but the grin on his silhouetted face isn't menacing in a way that calls for arms. It is menacing in a way you've never experienced before. Well done, sirs, the figure lilts. My, but you do have a way about you, don't you? And you've certainly gotten our attention now, removing this troublesome crypt of its rogue undead element. We very much prefer our undead to be the controllable variety now, don't we? There is a long pause as the figure stares at you, still grinning. Well, perhaps you'd be so kind as to do us another favor. After which we'll be mostly settled on the whole issue of you murdering some of my brethren. He stops grinning. There is a necromancer in Gloomhaven. Been giving us a spot of trouble, sending mercenaries out to do her dirty work against us. Maybe you've met her. Kill Jaxera. Bring her head to our headquarters, and we'll see about letting you live.
Alright. Perk point. Perk point. We did not end the scenario with equal to 2 or less health. And we did not end on maximum health, but that's fine. We got some good stuff. That's another event done for Brutus and his quest to get to 15. 5 gold each, 6 XP. 7 of 15 done there for the Eternal Wanderer. And Craggy is leveled up. We've got some perks to spend, some loot to find. But for now, that's plenty enough of this. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Cheers.